How you guys doing? This is Darius from Down on the TV. Welcome to the channel. So today we're going to talk about the Tom Brady Antonio Brown situation. So it's a lot of disrespect, a lot of craziness going on with this situation. And basically, I just wanted to talk about it and teach people how to not behave, how to not let your ego and pride get in the way, and how to not burn your bridges and show you guys what we can learn from this situation. So, as you guys know, you may not know, but Antonio Brown was a wide receiver who played for the Bucks. He was playing for the Steelers, but he cut his bridges, had some issues with the organization, and then nobody wasn't dealing with him. Only Tom Brady went out his way and gave him a chance, and they won a Super Bowl together. But then the following year, just hubris, pride, all those type of issues came, and he basically flew off the handle, threw his jersey, left in the middle of the game. And that was his stint. Basically, that ended his NFL career. So now he's doing some stuff, some fashion stuff, hanging around with Kanye or somebody now. So he doing some other stuff now. But the thing I wanted to show you guys is the level of disrespect and level of not appreciating what others did for you when they didn't have to. And it's kind of crazy. So I want to go ahead and just show you guys what he posted on his Instagram and Twitter. So here's him, and let me put on some music. Here's him with a post with Tom Brady's recently divorced wife, Griselle, and he's saying, put that shit on. That's what he's saying on the post with a picture of him and Griselle. And that photo could look like, oh, he did something with her or something like that. That's basically taking a shot at him, basically kicking him while he down, while Tom Brady's down. And the sad part about that is that, this guy gave you a job. When everybody else cut you off, he put you on. And you just disrespect him like that. And that shows a lack of character on your part, because Tom Brady didn't have to do that. Tom Brady didn't need you. You needed Tom Brady for at least for your NFL career. And it's just sad because it shows that people who lack male leadership, who don't know how to be, were not raised to be taught how to be men, they do stuff like this. Childish, immature stuff. He's a grown man with kids, Antonio Brown is, but he's acting like a teenager, like a little, that's what teenagers would do. Ha, I took a picture with your wife. Look at this. And so it shows the immaturity. And then I'm going to show you guys a text that Tom sent Antonio Brown. And I was disappointed in Antonio Brown because I was rooting for the guy to really get his act together. And Tom Brady was a good influence. He let him in his house. He met his family. He really showed him that he cared and trying to be a good influence on Antonio Brown, because it's unfortunately in the black community, a lot of men are raised by single moms, and they weren't raised on how to be a man. They weren't taught how to be men. So they carry very immature personality traits well into adulthood, even when they're rich. That's why you see a lot of people who have money that are athletes, rappers and all like that. They blow all their money. They do a whole bunch of crazy stuff, get in trouble because they lack discipline. They lack self-control. They lack awareness. They lack courtesy. They lack honor. All these things a father would have taught them, but them being raised by a single mom, unfortunately, women can't raise men. Only men can raise boys to become men. And it's sad because it's like, dang, bro, how you gonna do this knowing that Tom Brady's having marital issues and going through a divorce, kicking a man while he's down? And it's sad because a lot of people didn't like the post. They were saying like, dang, dude, why you do that? They was telling him in the comments. So, and it's sad because a lot of people were rooting for him to do better, but like I said, you can be your own worst enemy at the end of the day. And you can lead a horse to water, but the horse has to drink it. And unfortunately, a lot of young men need strong, masculine leaders. They need father figures. And this is what we can learn from this. Humble yourself. always be humble, always know where you came from, always never burn your bridges, because now you completely cut off for anything with the NFL. So that's cutting off revenue right there. Like, you can't work for any broadcasting or anything like that because what you did was in bad taste. Even other news broadcasters like Stephen A. Smith and all these other people are talking about how disrespectful this was. And this is totally disrespectful. A man should not, first off, I wouldn't let my wife be hugging up on another man anyway. But he was living with them, so he was looked at as family. But Antonio Brown took this in a perverted way, and now the situation is what it is. Even though we all know he probably wasn't hitting or smashing or nothing like that, but he was just probably trying to basically humiliate Tom while Tom going through what he went through with his divorce, which is now pretty much over with now. So that's just sad. And Tom Brady actually responded to him. So we're going to show Tom Brady's text. And let me expand this so you guys can get a good look at it, at the text message. So I'm gonna minimize myself, make myself a little bit smaller. Like I said, I'm still learning everything with this. Prism is pretty good though. I like Prism. It's pretty good. Pretty good technology. So, you see, so basically, we'll read off what he said in a sec. So, going back. Okay. Text is so small for me. But anyways, so basically he was saying, Tom is texting Antonio Brown saying, you are demonstrating a very, very poor decision and poor communication to so many people who have gone above and beyond to help you, which is true because he was cut off. He was cut off from everybody. And he just spit in everybody's face and basically said, man, F y'all, I'm going to do what I want. Showing immature behavior. And then he said, you are acting selfish. And unfortunately, many of those people are exhausted by your erratic and unpredictable emotional behavior. And Antonio Brown has shown a history of having basically acting like a kid. Basically acting like a little kid, doing crazy stuff, throwing stuff, walking off the middle of the field. That's signs of a child, not of a man, because men have self-control. Men know how to control their emotions even when they're upset. They don't just fling their jerseys, walking off with their shirt off, leaving out the middle of the field of their job. You just can't walk away just because you're having issues with your job. That's just unfortunately a part of life when you're having issues. And so Antonio Brown shows a lack of emotional control. Some not right with that head. So, and then Tom Brady said, when I met you, you were humble, willing to learn, and anxious to improve things in your life. In a short period of time, you have done those things and accomplished some great things, and very much on the path to success long term. Basically, when he was first there in Florida, when he was living with Tom Brady, learning from him, Antonio Brown knew he effed up. Back when he left Pittsburgh and everything like that, he knew he effed up. So he was willing to accept help because he needed it, because he knew he messed up pretty bad. And so Tom was just saying, like, in the beginning you were cool, but now you act like you don't need me. Now you're acting like a child. You want to diss me. So he said, so Tom said, unfortunately, you have reverted very much back to your young, immature man that is selfish, self-serving, irrational, and irresponsible. And that's true. And a lot of young guys, that's why you see A lot of young men walk away from their families when they have a kid out of wedlock and stuff like that. A lot of, in the black community, a lot of these young men have kids, but they're not even men, and they're not willing to accept the responsibilities. So they just walk away from their child and their family instead of staying there. And so you see a lot of the single mothers. And I'm going to get on you single mothers too, because you know not to be picking these Pookies and Ray Rays, but you do it anyway. So you suffer the consequences, and the children suffer. So then it's a generational type thing where everybody, it doesn't know their father. Everybody's having, doesn't have a dad, all this gang culture. So they learn from gangs at that point, because that's the only masculine figures that they have is the gang. So it starts a generational curse. And let's finish back with what Tom Brady was saying. So, and then Tom was saying, I, for one, am disappointed in many behaviors over the past few months. You seem to have lost the humility and that APG. You have gone from hanging around good quality people that had general interest in seeing you succeed to others whose lives are erratic and out of control and leading you down a negative path. And that's true. That's true. You see him hanging around Kanye and all these other people, and you're taking on those erratic, crazy behaviors. You know, Kanye is looked at as a joke nowadays. You know, he's a genius musically, but everything else in his life is all messed up. And that's unfortunate. You know, like I said, a lot of men were not taught how to be men. And so they end up acting like children all their lives, never growing up. And unfortunately for Antonio Brown, he burnt his bridges. And Tom Brady was a good influence on him. But unfortunately, like I said, you can't force a horse to drink water. You can lead them to drink the water, but they have to be the ones to drink it. So, like I said, I didn't want to keep you guys too long. I just wanted to talk about this situation. Young men, always remember where you came from. If people are trying to help you, showing you, giving you instructions and being patient with you, please be humble. Don't burn your bridges, because you never know who you may need in life. And be responsible. Have emotional control. Is very important. The most powerful men in the world, a lot of them succeed in life because they have emotional control. Ladies, the same goes to you. You have to have emotional control too. I understand you have your hormones. Sometimes you want to smack your boyfriend for forgetting to let the seat down, or forgetting your birthday. I understand. But like I said, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that for real. So, like I said, I just wanted to let you guys know. Thank you so much for watching this channel. I don't want to keep you guys too long. Please like, click, and subscribe. I'm going to post a lot more videos, especially during the Thanksgiving break, since I'll have like a four days off. So I'm going to be posting a lot of different content. I'm trying to post regularly. Like I said, I'll be moving to Texas the next year. So it's going to be a huge upgrade. I'm going to have a lot of big things going. I'm going to have a studio set. It's going to be real professional. So, like I said, this is Darius and Down on the TV. Thank you so much for watching the channel, okay? Peace.